Malaysia Green Building Council, also known as Malaysia GBC, is an organization that promotes green building programs, technologies, and design practices, aims to make Malaysia an eco-friendly and sustainability place on Earth. Malaysia GBC was founded in May 2009 by a group of passionate building consultants, academia, and representatives. Even since Malaysia's building has increased, the efficiency of resources used in each building was built with green in mind. Malaysia GBC is also supported and associated with most of the top industry institutions. In the year 2015, Malaysia GBC became an established member of the World Green Building Council and known to be the only organization in Malaysia to be supported by the World GBC. Malaysia GBC continues to be the platform that networks, promotes, educates, and most importantly, develops the sustainable, built into the land of Malaysia. With much more passionate industry professionals, we can make Malaysia a greener and better place on Earth.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to International Green Tech and Eco Products Exhibition and Conference Malaysia, IGEM 2021. It is my honor to be moderator for today's session. I'm Sujata Wani, the Committee of Malaysia Green Building Council. Malaysia GBC is a non-profit organization that promotes green building and sustainability. We are looking for more green industrial players like you to join us to grow the green economy. Today we have with us Mr. Ali Sari. He is the Business Development Manager of Modernization KONE Asia Pacific. Ali Sari is the Business Development Manager. He began his career with KONE in 2007 as a modernization installation supervisor. Ali held a variety of positions within KONE prior to becoming Asia Pacific Modernization Manager. His role is inclusive of technical sales support in engineering team in France, sales support manager and business development for KONE Middle East. Ali graduated from High Engineer School, ICAM, at Lille, France in 2005 with engineering diploma in mechanical and automation. Today, he will be speaking on the topic, redefining sustainability. It is a two-word title, but I am very much sure he has a lot to talk about sustainability. Over to you, Mr. Ali.
Thank you, Dr. Sujatavi. Thank you so much to introduce me. I would like to thank the Malaysia Green Building Council to organize this event, and I'm really honored to be there with you today and to be your speaker. So let me share my screen. All right. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Yeah, I assume yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all well and safe. The topic of today, of course, is sustainability. Here you can see my agenda. I propose you, first of all, to start with a short presentation of our company, KONE. Also, I would like to explain you why KONE is your trust and best partner in terms of sustainability. And the last part, I will highlight you why KONE and how KONE helps the city to grow in terms of sustainability. What about KONE? So KONE, as you can see, I like this old photo, 110 years in business. This company was managed by the Elding family and still at today. Just few significant figures here. We have over 60,000 employees over the world. Approximately more than 550,000 customers. You can see our net sales results and Kone, of course, Kone is a Finnish company, and we are listed at the Nasdaq since 1967. What it is a typical day with Kone at Kone? We maintain more than 1.4 million units over the world. We manage and lead more than around 80,000 maintenance visits per day, and we move more than 1 billion people per day. So let's move on to the sustainability. Why Kone is your trust partner? First of all, I would like to start with the foundation of sustainability and what else that the United Nations to introduce this foundation. As we can see, United Nations they create the 17 pillars in terms of sustainability, and Kone are of course part of this strategy, this policy defined by United Nations. Kone, they are signatory company of the UN Global Compact, and also according this our approach here, Kone is also signatory of the Paris Kone Paris Pledge. Paris Pledge, for Action Climate initiated in 2015, and for such reason, we can clearly see that Kone is clearly and actively dedicated to sustainability. Before to go to the next slide, I would like just to that each of you just read carefully the definition proposed by United Nations. Sustainable development that meets the needs of the present without compromise the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So definitively, we have a clear responsibility today to ensure for our future generation the needs, the resources to continue to grow and to continue to live. Let's move on now purely in terms of our activity in building and construction sector. As you can see here, we use 36% of, we consume 36% of global energy in our activity sector. We are nearly to 40% of CO2 emission, and of course most of the people now live in the city and spend more than 90% of their time indoors. When we interview our customer and stakeholder, include circularity, of course, we can note that 90% of our customers, they are very sensitive about sustainability. It's really an important aspect for them to succeed in their business operation. 70% of them, they really target zero carbon, net zero carbon emission in the building as a strategy. 62% target, of course, to reduce the carbon footprint. 50% circularity in project of execution, and it's something that I will explain to you more in details in few slides. And of course, 30% circular principle embedded in tender material. I start with some figures. Just here, you can see an overview about all the percentage of films that they are doing or they plan to do more in terms of green building, green project. Actually, we can clearly see that on the last 3 years, we double in 3 years our activity in terms of green building. This one is clearly a sign, a clear request from the market, and this one it will continue, of course, continue to grow in the coming years, as you can see here. Here is just to give you an overview about what will happen in the coming 3 years. Definitively, we can see that the project and green buildings, they grow without limit. Another point that we can see in the social reason why our customer want to build in green, want to make some green building. One of the first reason is they want to promote, improve occupant to the occupant, to the end user, health and well-being. So it's really one of the most important reason why our customers, they really want to propose such a green building approach. And of course, they want to encourage all the end user in some sustainable practices, business practices in their daily work. Sustainability is clearly the responsibility of all of us. We have some responsibility from an economical point of view. We need to be present in the market in green. We need to have a certain economic impact, and I will come back in few slides on some figures related this impact in the economy and of course in our performance. You have also a certain social responsibility. Responsibility with our product, responsibility with the personnel, and some ethical and compliance responsibility. And finally, of course, and one of the most important, I would like to say, from the environmental point of view, we need to be more eco-efficient with our product, with our service, and during the operation. It's why in this context, you can see that the demand in terms of sustainability is really growing from our market point of view, and this is a clear request from our customer and our partners. And this one, and it's why personally I work also with Kone for 14 years now, because I really trust that this sustainability should be our future. And we really need to and it's why also this push people to join such company like a Kone. Okay. Hopefully you can you hear me still? Sorry, because I think I have a message. Okay, anyway. What is your ambition? Our ambition clearly is to be the leader in sustainability. We are already present very proactively in terms of safety, quality, environment. But additionally, we know that some new concept are coming. It's not really new because we are working on it for the last 10 years. But ethics and compliance and diversity inclusion is also some elements that we have to work all together really to be more sustainable. So when we are looking on our strategy, we have a certain way, Kone way operating model. We have a culture, a very strong culture in Kone, and of course, our target is also to integrate strongly with a lot of passion all the sustainable action that it will help us with our customer to make the future better for the future generation. And this one is really the key, the skeleton of our strategy. So as you can see in my background, you can see on the top of my head, we have three main megatrends in KONE in our strategy. We have urbanization, technology, and of course sustainability in the middle of our priority. I will not go in details of all the explanation of the strategy, and I will come later on some example, for example, about the solutions that we have. I discuss, for example, here about the culture, where we are focused, but definitively sustainability, it is our main first priority in KONE. Alors, of course, we chose sustainability every day for some reason. For us, sustainability, what it means that we have to work on the accessibility to help the people with some reduced mobility to have a better life, simply. About health safety, we know that COVID situation, it was very tough for all of us. We really need to respect some rules in terms of health, social distance. And for this reason, our solution that we propose, they are really focused on the health and well-being. In terms of environment, all our products, as I will show you in few slides, they are very focused on eco-efficiency. In terms of ethics and compliance, we have a code of conduct in KONE. We are really fight against the corruption. We really defend the human rights, and we really ensure that our employees they evaluate in the healthy professional environment. And diversity of inclusion, we don't see any difference between women, men, Chinese, French, European. Everybody are the same. We are all human. We have all the same chance in their life. You have all the same chance to evaluate. And we need to help any people that they want to learn more, to improve more, and to be better. How we do that? Just to give you some concrete action that we have in place in KONE. Of course, we are very focused on the smart and green building design with some digital solution. We develop a lot of partnership with some new technology companies. In terms of durable and sustainable material and solution, of course, we work with our supply line to limit the usage of wrong material that they are very nocive for the environment. In terms of energy efficiency. As you can see, according to the ISO 25745, I will come back to that in details also. But our class of energy is also one main pillar for us to promote our sustainability action. Predictive maintenance. We tailor also a product life extension. It means that we have some modernization program to propose to our customer for all of the units to save some energy. For example, we have in Asia, in Malaysia, some escalator with quite that we installed maybe 20 or 30 years ago, and in this case, it's really time to develop a plant with our customer to be more sustainable, to save energy, and to simply to pollute less. And of course, in terms of recyclable resources, 90% of the metal use of KONE solution can be recycled. Up to 90% of our elevator material can be recycled. So here clearly you have all the key main actions that where we are working, and it's why you are everyday sustainable. All these actions are of course recognized by many observators. I am sure that you know Forbes, you know CDP maybe. So on the last decade, on the last 10 years, I would like just to share with you some few achievements since 2011, where we get different awards and recognition about our sustainability approach, sustainability strategy on our process, solution, and services. Just some other maybe one or two that I will pick up here. We have EcoVadis. We are actually platinum. For some of you that know EcoVadis, here it means that is a gauge of quality requested by your customer, especially about the environment, labor, human rights, ethics, and sustainable procurement. So we are part of the very short list of company in platinum classification. And also, more recently, we launched a new series of elevator, DX Elevator, who was awarded in the Red Dot Winner 2020 due to the designs that we propose, the innovativeness and the smart element associated to this elevator series. All right, so here in this part, I try to share with you why we are your trust and best partner in sustainability. Now I would like to show you more how we help the city to grow sustainably. Of course, we are making a strong commitment for a sustainable change. We are very focused on these 5 pillars that I present you previously, and a little bit more in details here. You can see that, of course, we are working, for example, on the air quality, non-toxic material, antibacterial surfaces. For example, we are able to propose some decoration car where we have some materials that were antibacterial, and I assume it's very important in the context where we are today with the COVID. In terms of green building and environmental, I told you that we are able to recycle more than 90% of our material and lift. In terms of accessibility, we have some strong solution in terms of space efficiency. In terms of accessibility, we have some features to help the people with limited mobility really to use our equipment in total safety and comfort. Energy consumption, I will come back on that in few slides more in details, but we have also some solution and tools to use. And of course, in terms of smart and sustainable city, we are working very closely with many partners across Asia, partner ecosystem. We have a lot of initiative ongoing in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Australia, to work about digitalization partenariat linking to the sustainability. So I think here I already highlight some aspect about what we are to do. I really like this view because it gives you a clear view about what it is our circular economy and how we are resources efficient. We start by, of course, to propose some solution. We install some units with some durable solution, with some high performance, with some eco-efficiency, and we also assure a certain maintenance always focusing on the saving energy, sustainability, digitalization, connecting, and to be sure that we optimize our resources and really limited the unplanned activity. And of course, at the end of some cycle, we are there also to support our customer in terms of modernization. When the units start to be tired or they need to make some upgrades, really to answer to the need of the market, the need of the codification, and the need of the environment. What about the operation now? I just put this small table that I get from Dodge data. It's very relevant. I am sure that for some of our sustainable experts online today, if you remember that more than 10 years, when we approach certain customers, when we start to discuss about green building or solutions for green building, it was always very difficult to convince our customer for the simple reason that, okay, we know that is very important to have green building, but we are also there to make some business, and the cost at this period it was very tough for the customer to sign or to accept some project due to the really high cost due to this high solution proposed. But this situation is not there anymore. As you can see here, we drastically reduce the operation cost in a green building compared to the traditional buildings. We have also reduced, and of course we continue to work on that, and the plan is also to continue to reduce on the coming 5 years. So this one is really a very good sign for us. It is a very strong argument to see that we have a responsibility. If you remember what I showed you about the responsibility, we have a clear responsibility from the economy point of view. And this one is really show that the green building is efficient, is eco-responsible, and of course it saves some cost. So what is regarding this approach from operational point of view? Here you have a clear view about what is this our climate pledge. This one, it is our target, non-negotiable by 2030. So 100% of the electricity will be renewable. We will decrease by half all the emission, absolute emission, and carbon neutral in terms of operation. This one is from operation point of view. And of course, from product and the value chain, we will decrease by 40% on our emission per order product. This means from the cycle from the factory till the installation, and also during the maintenance is really our target here. So regarding all these elements, I assume that you understand that we have the value here ready to grow the city, to help the city to be more sustainable, and to help the city or building or new building, existing building to become some green building. So let's go a little bit more in details about our solution. In terms of solution, we have our A-class energy performance, where we are how to say, where we are referring to the ISO 25745, and also in terms of smart and sustainable material. As I told you, we up to 90% of our product material can be recycled and recovered. So purely about our solution. So I will not go in detail technically, but all of you use every day some elevator, some escalator. What it is interesting to know that We use, for example, EcoDisk hosting machine. This one is Kone was the first company over the world to launch this concept of machine room less with EcoDisk with a really eco efficiency result, very energy efficient. And the second point that I would like to highlight is also this regenerative drive. We are also able, due to the movement of the elevator when you use it, to create some energy, to create some electricity, some power that we reject in the system, for example, to bring energy to a light, to the button inside the car, or why not also the light on the floor. So all this technology, of course, they are definitively contribute to be the best class in terms of eco-efficiency. Just quickly, for some of you that they are not very expert or familiar with code and regulation, we know that we have many code and regulation over the world. Just to clearly to explain you what we do in Kone and which reference we take. I would like to say usually the people, they refer to this VDI 4707. Kone decide to refer and to develop the solution according this ISO, because this ISO is much more stringent, and the constraints that's much more in this codification. It's why today we are very proud to propose some solution eco-efficient and recognize according the standard of this ISO. Of course, we contribute also with current innovation. We know you are in one period, one era where digitalization, new innovation are also a great opportunity to be to really to develop this green building approach and to be every day always more sustainable. So about the material, I already told you what we are able to do in terms of recycling. So as you can see here, we have some material sustainable with low emitting material compliant with green building materials that recreates the best indoor air quality. We have a totally transparent communication, of course, about the materials that we use. We have a clear collaboration with all the suppliers, because it's also our role to include and supplier and to push our supplier to have also this sustainable approach, and lead-free glass, zero volatile organic compounds pen, PVC-free interior. We know that, especially in Asia, we're suffering a lot about this the issue with the plastic. It's also one thing that we are very focused, and of course antimicrobial interior surfaces really to contribute and decrease the risk of infection. About the solution, we have a different solution. The first one, the Kone Jump Lift here, is one product that we use during the construction time. This jump lift, the advantage of that is to enable to have a faster and safer construction process, earlier closing of the facade, reduce our downtime, and of course a safer transportation of our user, operational or goods, even if that the conditions are not optimal. The Kone Ultra Ropes is one technology that we develop mainly for the high rise. This technology is definitively there to replace the traditional ropes that you can see in most of our building. He really save some weight, And saving weight in such elevator is also help to reduce the consumption, to reduce also the capacity of machines that we use. So that it means that also this one is impacting also the power consumption, and downtime, of course, because the lifetime of this ultra rope is much more higher than the traditional ropes. And of course, as you can see in the last one, I told you we have many application and many tool solution service that we deployed around digitalization. We connect, for example, our customer to our service to be very totally transparent with what we do, and the customer in real time can see what's happened, and this one is really improve the communication and interaction with our customer. Connecting user, we have many applications where now you can call your elevator with your mobile phone, and of course all our employees are connected. This one is also help to facilitate the communication, sometimes to avoid some technician to go from point A to point B, and this one is really save for us some time, and decrease of course our carbon emission. I check the time. Yeah, still some time. So yeah, regarding the maintenance aspect, I really like this picture here, because it's really show you how we are organized in terms of maintenance. We have a service. The name is KONE 24/7 Services. This services is a smart and predictive maintenance, and this approach really help us to reduce the call out, really to be a little more predictive, to anticipate and better prepare our intervention on site. And of course, this one is in link with how we want to optimize and make more green our fleet operation. For example, in Europe, we have started to initiate, for example, the usage of electrical car, or usage of or optimize how we spent how many units, how many cars we have in our system, and we try to optimize that in our organization. Innovative digital service, of course, we have a lot of new services, like I am sure that all of you start to see all these robots that we have in some hotel, or we have here in the airport, where this digital service, for example, when you call at the hotel for room dining, you have now this robots that they are coming directly as they bring you your lunch or dinner. And of course, we are working very closely with all our supply line to be more smart in the spare parts change. We think about how to be more green, how to use some component better adapt to our sustainability strategy and policy. We use also some tool. One main tool that we have is a KONE NRCal. Here is just to give you a screenshot. How is it? I will not go in detail of that, but just to explain you here that this KONE NRCal, it helps us to be again in the idea to be very transparent with our customer, to say regarding the solution that we install for new equipment or for existing equipment, how many in terms of energy saving you will save immediately, or in certain period of study. So we do that for a new elevator business. Like that is also a manner for us to show our engagement in terms of eco-efficiency, and if you compare to other company, we can clearly see that we are the best partner in such a solution. And also in modernization, when you have some quite old equipment, with you know, with this traditional gear machine, very noisy, oily when you visit. Definitively, this solution need really to be more safe, more eco-efficiency, and this one need more some upgrade, modernization, and we are able also to argument with this tool to say, today you have this installation, this is consume such level of energy, compare future modernization where we clearly can divide by 2, C3 your energy consumption. So it's very powerful tool, very accurate, with a clear value about how we can save energy. So, and of course, we are able, as you can see in this screenshot here, we are able also to make some comparison between different solutions and discuss together with our customer, with our partner, what is the best solution that we want for some typical cases. And of course, we are able to edit a clear report, very professional report, of course, with all the data and all the impact on some period, annual, and the lifetime consumption, energy consumption, the emission as well. We are able to produce, to have a clear, sustainable, I would like to say, story about the equipment. CDP, we are also recognized by CDP. If you remember at the beginning, I show you all these awards. I think it's also very important for you to see that we are recognized like we are in the list of CDP, like a climate change demonstrating company, about all the actions that we lead about emission, mitigate climate risk, and develop a low carbon economy. We are in the A list, so it's really a good recognition for us, and this one is clearly show our engagement in this battle. So this one, it can be quite a conclusion about this, how we help the city to grow. Of course, we lead the way with the most sustainable solution services. We help all our customer and partner and supplier to reach their sustainability target. Because again, I think the message the most important, this one, it should be done all together. In really a partnership to really reach, if you remember the United Nations, their message to reach the common target that we have to really to conserve and to save our planet for the future generation. But it's why I don't want to limitate everything to KONE today. I really encourage you also to have some benchmarking, because I think sustainability is not a confidential thing. I think sustainability it should be something that you have all need to share. And again, thank you for the council today to organize that, because I'm very happy and proud to share with you what we are able to do. And here I would like to share 2 examples that we have. For example, ENGIE. If you are going in the website of ENGIE, you can see clearly their strategy and sustainability. You have also some inspiration here. And another one of our customer also in Asia and Middle East is Capital Land. Capital Land, where you can see on YouTube a very nice video on the Capital Land sustainability master plan, and I really encourage you to have a look on this, and be curious about all the company, all the other activities they are really developed in terms of sustainability to improve yourself every day. So again, our ambition is to be the leader, but not alone. To be the leader with our customer and partner is really a big step change in terms of environment, diversity, inclusion, and ethics and compliance. And of course, we we continue to work because safety and quality is the major pillar for us, especially in our activity. Safety is the most important, but don't forget that environment, diversity, inclusion, and team compliance is really some parameters to develop more and more every day. So it is my final conclusion here. Let's be connected. I'm happy to stay connected with some of you. I have my colleague also, Neo. Neo is our new equipment business director in Malaysia, and Lawrence is our service equipment business director. And also, I encourage you to visit our website to have more information and what I propose now. If you have any question or any comment to share, sorry I didn't check the chat during my presentation, but yeah, please. Oops.
Thank you very much for the very inspiring talk, Mr. Ali. It's really great to hear the sustainability initiatives that is happening at KONE to give us a better world. Before we accept question and answer, if you have any question and answer, you may provide it in the chat, and I would be happy to read out the questions for Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali, in your presentation, I can't help but notice it says that zero waste to landfill by 2030. Is it possible? And what are the initiatives done by KONE?
Okay, so if it's okay for you, I will just come back on this slide. I think it's better to have this. You mean this one, if I'm right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a very good question. Thanks to ask. Yes. For us, definitively, it's reachable. It's really our point. Personally, I'm working very closely with our colleague from Global on the already for some weeks now on this carbon emission, and we have some clear action about how to reach this target. Maybe for some of you can be, this target can be how to say. Difficult, but not at all for us, because we know exactly what we have to do. From my part, as you know, I am in charge of business development for modernization. Just to give you a small example, one of the big impact in terms of carbon emission is all the old units actually in maintenance in our building, in our infrastructure. And escalator, for example, is one of the most, I would like to say, pollute or where we have quite a high energy consumption today. I mean that all the old elevators that escalators that we installed more than 10 or 15 years old. And we know that definitively it will be our target to upgrade, to modernize all units with the new standards, really to decrease all these certain pollutions that we have already estimated. And of course, during all our cycle, from the production in our supply line till the delivery to our customer and service, I think that during this presentation, I clearly show you our ambition, how we want to decrease all the waste, all the unplanned activity, how to prepare better, how to anticipate really to reach this target.
Okay, I have a question here for you. Could you tell us more about how KONE offers touchless technology for new buildings post-pandemic?
Yeah. Again, we have a panel of solutions. So in terms of course, we have the signalization touchless. For some of you that you have already experienced that, we are able to install in our equipment this system, or where we just come close to the button and no need to touch. They say touchless. We are able to call the lift. But not only, we have also some solution with a smartphone, where when we arrive in your lobby, you are able to call the floor where you want to reach, and automatically the lift is coming, and he bring you to your final destination. So this was clearly some solutions that we have already developed everywhere. We have a lot of, for example, success story. I remember last year in India, a lot of our customers, they will request this mobile system, and yes, we are able to promote to produce and to install such a solution.
Okay, I already have a few questions lined up here from the audience. Is Enercal only applicable for new buildings, and how about modernized buildings?
All right. Just again, I will show again the slide here. I think Enercal originally the first thing of Enercal, it was for me in modernization the most profitable for customer, because from Enercal we are able to compare an existing situation to a future modernized situation. And this one is really convince and show to the customer, if you don't modernize today, you will continue to consume a lot of energy. And if we compare on the long period, if you decide to not invest now, all the money that you will spend on energy on the coming 20 or 30 years is maybe some money that you can engage in modernization for now, and save money and save energy and be more eco-efficient at the end. From the new elevator business point of view, it's also, we use also the tool, mostly in the case that we have a different solution that you are able to propose to the customer, or maybe sometimes some customer ask us, Mr. Kone, we would like to have a hydraulic lift or electrical lift. And in this case, as you can see in this example, we are able to compare. And just to highlight the benefits from the eco-efficiency point of view, why we need to show this solution compared to another solution. But we can use in all our case, in new elevator business, in modernization business.
Okay, another question, how KONE can support in sustainability with digital solutions?
Again, a very good question. So just to illustrate my answer here, I would like to come back to this slide. One of the best example of digitalization dedicated to sustainability is 24/7 services. These 24/7 services actually really help all our customers. First of all, to be more transparent about what's happened in their units, but not only. This predictive approach help us to be better organized, to really limit the unplanned activity, because in any activity, everybody like to prepare the thing. For example, today we prepare our webinar together. If you don't prepare the thing, you are a little bit in the emergency, and you have the risk to make some mistake, or maybe to consume more, or and maybe you need to have more resources, etc. So the thing that the point here is just to say that these 24/7 services, KONE 24/7 services, really help us to reduce the waste of time, the waste of resources, and the waste of energy.
It's great to hear. I think here in Malaysia, we always hear lift breakdowns, and I myself have been caught in a lift before someone saves me and my friends. So I think with Kone, it does not happen. Yeah.
But I would like to give you a concrete example. Everybody know Marina Bay Sands. We are in charge of Marina Bay Sands. When we see Marina Bay Sands, 24/7 services is in place in Marina Bay Sands. And when we see the statistics, and of course we follow very closely all the data, compared to, I would like to say, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago or less than that, the customer maybe used to call us. But this one is totally disappear. And sometimes the customer, he call us to say, oh, it's a long time I didn't call you for a breakdown. What's happened? He say, what's happened? You can check from the mobile. I will give you the link. You can see that everything is under control. Because this predictivity approach is also make the customer in better life, I would like to say, in the sense that we anticipate. We try to. I don't want to say that we were there ready to cancel all the call out, because it's impossible to cancel all the call out. Sometimes it happens some small issue, or some end user by mistake use wrongly on equipment, and this one is generate a call out, unfortunately. But in most of the case, 24/7, really we anticipate the thing. And this one, he makes that elevator like how to say, like equipment that is not naturally used in the building, like we use the stair. We now without any breakdown, without any trouble for the end user. And it's very important that it should be like natural, like a walk. Finally.
We are towards the end of the session. I have actually asked all the questions that was posted on the chat. And thank you very much. I read that Kone says that Kone connects more than floors. Yeah? So thank you for connecting to us. Thank you for explaining the sustainability initiatives at Kone. I was very impressed with the website. It had all the informations, and your talk made it very, very clear as well. And it was great hearing you talk today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you
for your presence today.
Thank you so much. Thank you all to invite me. My pleasure. Thank you.